you're the only starter among the front seven.
I appreciate him saying that. I think we got a lot of leaders on this team, but
Garrett Stover,
I think I just try to carry myself the right way. The way I was raised, and just try to instill some of those values in like younger guys. And it's easy to be a leader on this team. We got so many great people, a lot of great, not only players, but just the kind of people they are, the way they carry themselves off the field when we're outside the locker room and things like that. So, I would just say, I wouldn't say I'm like the only leader on this team. There's a lot of guys that lead, especially on the defensive side of the ball, but offense as well.
What is it like? You were making the transition from safety, now you're full linebacker. How different do you feel versus this spring?
Yeah, I feel good. I feel like I've been playing the position for longer than a year, so that's a good thing. But just trying to keep getting better each and every day. Coach Laurinaitis is a great coach. Coach Patricia has been great teacher. He's very hands-on with the linebackers. He was a former linebacker coach at one point, so he's very hands-on with the linebackers. It's been great. So just trying to get better each and every day. And we got a talented room, so we all push each other. You got to bring your A game every day because you got a lot of great players around you.
What does Sonny Styles leadership look like? Are you more of a vocal leader when you're in practice, or is it more just leading by example?
No, I try to do a little bit of everything. It's not like you got to, put this persona of like what a leader's supposed to look like. Just be who you are. I think when you just be who you are and you're the right kind of person, you naturally lead. So sometimes I can be vocal when needed. A lot of times I like to lead by example. Sometimes I like to put my arm around guys just to ask them how they're doing. Because I know when I was a younger guy, people did that to me, and I know what that feels like. It feels good to when you're having a hard day and having to have Jack Sawyer come to me, hey bro, you good? Or having Kamryn Babb coming to me when I'm a freshman, like, hey bro, you good? So I know that's what you need sometimes. So I think the guys that came before me and showed me how to lead are just helping me lead now. And like I said before, you got so many great people on this team. There's a lot of leaders when you look around. So there are a lot of guys lead in a lot of different ways.
Can that be just as important as the reps on the field? Those conversations with guys off of it?
Yeah, I think when you talk about creating a championship team, the connection between each and every player matters the most. I think when you love each other, you know each other well, it builds trust, so you have more confidence with the guy you're playing next to you, and I think that leads to the right kind of results you want on the field in terms of obviously playing good and things like that.
Sonny, when you hear your name called for Buckeye, of all the things that you guys accomplished last year, things like that you've done through your careers, where does Iron Buckeye kind of rank there?
I'm not sure where it was ranking there. Obviously a national championship's pretty good, but
that's got to mean something coming from Coach Day.
No, Iron Buckeye means a lot. I've had a chance to win it like a few times now, but I think every time it just means more and more. Because I think the longer you're here, the more you understand the importance of those kind of things and what our Iron Buckeye means, and just being able to bring your A game each and every single day, despite how you may be feeling outside of this building, and being able to be the guy that someone can look at like, hey, he's doing it the right way. And you saw JJ won it, you saw Austin Satterfield won it, and those are another examples of guys who are bringing it each and every day. And it's not only just like you can lift heavy or I can run fast. It's your character. I'm showing up on time every day. I'm bringing energy every day. I have enthusiasm. I'm excited to be here. I'm pouring into others. I definitely take that with a big chip on my shoulder, and I really appreciate that honor for sure.
To be a starter on the national championship team and accomplish what you guys did, and then to come back and kind of have to reset, how has that been for you as one of the few remaining starters?
I don't know. Sometimes I think new is refreshing. So having Coach Patricia has been great. The way he teaches the game, the way he teaches the defense has been great. So I'm excited to rebuild it again. I think it's good. It's a good thing that if players on this team are able to understand, this team has to make their own story. You have to rebuild from step one. We're not national. You won a national championship. We won a national championship last year. We have to hold on to that forever. But we got to rebuild and create our own story and start from ground zero.
You mentioned the way he teaches. What stands out? How does he teach?
It's just super hands-on. Everything's very specific. There's no gray area on anything like that. Not saying Coach Knowles was like that before. Not at all saying that. His style was great. But super hands-on, super specific. You can break down each and every part of our defense, and there's an exact rule for everything. So it's easy to understand when there's all these exact things that you can find them and you can study them.
Looking at last offseason compared to this one, last year was natty or bust. All this pressure, and you guys come off of winning a national championship.
Mm-hmm.
What's the energy like right now?
I think the energy right now is just this team trying to prove that we're our own story, and I think that's just a big emphasis. Like, the team last year was their own team, and we won a national championship that year, and guys from that team will be able to hold on to that forever. But this team, we're trying to build our own story, and I think we have something to prove. We got a little chip on our shoulder.
With that in mind, what's going to be different about this defense a little bit, Sonny, from the standpoint of how y'all play? What have you already sensed around you, the guys involved, the speed involved? I mean, different guys in different spots.
You see a lot of similarities, but it's different people. You don't got Jack Sawyer, you don't got JT, you don't got Tyleek. You got different guys up front. You got Kenyatta, who's 6'6", whatever 260. He's like the most ideal prototype DN, who's going to be a great player. Caden Curry, who's just a ball player. He's a defensive end that plays every special team, so he's a freak athlete. You got two explosive, interiors. Then you got, obviously Arvell, Reese, 6'4", 240, explosive, can do it all. So you got different guys in different places. So you got new faces. So I think the differences you'll see, I think you'll just see Coach Patricia being able to move us around to different places, however he may want to do it, because it's just different guys from last year. But obviously the defense from last year was very, very successful. So a lot to live up to. But like I said, we're creating our own story, and we're creating our own story as a team, and then we're creating our own story as a defense.
So you talk more about being Pierce and what he's been showing, whether it's last fall or this spring. Because whenever we talk to James, it seems like it's you, Arvell, and Payton are kind of the things to talk about.
Yeah, I think Payton's very consistent, showing up every day, rarely makes mistakes, consistently making plays. And sometimes when you're at linebacker, you're at DB, you get a PBU, they like to get all juiced up, defensive line, when they get sacked, everyone hypes them up. Sometimes when we're a linebacker in practice, we're not really hitting and tackling, so sometimes some of those plays go unnoticed, and he's almost under the radar sometimes, but he's consistently showing up each and every day and just doing things the right way and just getting better every day.
Sonny, you could have been a pro day, could have been your pro day. What was the,
2 more questions.
What was the biggest factor that you said about
I think the biggest factor, probably I just didn't feel like I was ready to go yet. I feel like I didn't reach my ceiling to where I wanted to be in terms of in college. Obviously when you leave here, you want to keep getting better, but I feel like I had more to do here. And once I kind of found that out and realized that, I think it was after that it was just a big opportunity. You get to come back and try and do it again. So that's exciting. That's Coach Patricia talked about. Obviously, he's won a lot of Super Bowls in the NFL. He talks about once you win, it's like a reset. Now you're just on the chase again. So that was an exciting feeling, and that's what I'm excited to do this year.
Sonny, what makes Arvell special?
I think just the versatility. I remember a lot of people talk about me being versatile. He's just as versatile, more versatile in terms of he's 6'4", tall, 240, big linebacker. Powerful, he can take on any old lineman. He can run. If you want him to run the middle, he can run the middle. If the running back's running sideline to sideline, he can run with anyone in the country and chase him sideline to sideline. If he needs to cover, he can cover. Like I said, super physical, so he's able to line up. If you want to line up on the end, he can line up on the end. He has the body type to do it. So I think just the versatility of him being able to excel at a variety of different roles on the defense, that makes someone super special, because you don't see that a lot.
Are you still more the weak side, or have you done any nice stuff?
I think we're cross training, just doing a little bit of everything. Yes, sir.
Sonny, thank you.
Yeah.